The Equestria Inquirer is brought to you this week by Senor Sizzle's Low Voltage Electric Fences, Equestria's #1 option for keeping the King of Trottingham out of your face.
Mason Cat, a news reporter, just passing through their town on his way to see his good friend, Princess Twilight Sparkle. They knew he had connections, and they didn't give a darn. Mason Cat, one human who had been pushed too far. He was hunted, trapped, and forced to fight back. It's Twilight time!
One out of every 4 princesses will eventually be mobbed by overexcited fillies and or colts. That is a proven fact. Can you trust this face to have good intentions? At Senor Sizzle's, we say no. Foals are rambunctious, they have no concept of personal space, and their hooves are often sticky from all the sugar and bugs and whatnot. You can't afford to have them poking around in your library, but if you turn the hose on them, suddenly you're the bad guy in the eyes of your neighbors who, now that you think of it, might be stealing your newspaper. Don't let those various dirtbags ruin your life. Fight back with a low voltage electric fence. The chance that no real harm will be done is there if you want to half plot this, but the chances they'll think again before coming to your door are even better. Senor Sizzle, the tingle means it's working.
Not this again. I could have sworn that Apple Bloom was banned from making potions that controlled the weather. Dagnabbit, Apple Bloom, now I gotta do this. Attention, Ponyville, we're under a severe thunderstorm warning until next Saturday morning due to Apple Bloom's recent incident involving a potion that could change the weather at the drop of a hat. Sources claim that the potion was supposed to make plants grow, but instead caused all sorts of weather chaos across Equestria. Not only that, but it also managed to make some crazy plants grow out of nowhere. In fact, one of them called me before the show, saying I owed him 20 bits. I think his name was Petey. Anyway, no word yet on how long the plants will act like all crazy, but my guess is get some weed killer. Lots of weed killer. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to have a stern talking to with a certain little filly.
Apple Bloom told Sweetie Belle this was a bad idea. Nothing good could ever come out of dealing with Diamond Tiara. Now look at us. We're on the run. All I ever wanted was to spend time with Twilight while the girls were working on the new skills. Now we're being hunted down like animals. I was trained to deal with bullies, but nothing could prepare me for this. What do you do when a bully is suddenly nice to you? Something tells me this wouldn't end well. That's it, Diamond Tiara. You wanted a war? You got a war! I'm coming for you!
Breezy Mist coming to you here once again. The fillies and colts of Ponyville have a new obsession, Twilight Sparkle. Ever since she became a princess, she has been more looked up to, and that was good, but now they're all over her. The ponies have been spying on her wherever she goes, and even waiting outside her house. I wonder how they're allowed to do this. Shouldn't they be in school or something? At this rate, it won't be long until the paparazzi catches up too. Let a real news pony tell you. Those ponies will do anything for a news story, including lying all the time. One time, I read that Rarity had a secret love for getting dirty because they got a picture of her covered in mud during the Sisterhood social. This clearly isn't true, as she seemed to hate getting dirty even not too long ago during the Ponyville Days festival. Of course it was fake, but the paparazzi exploded over it. Once they catch the craze for something, they're even harder to handle than the obsessive little ponies. The paparazzi also swarmed Fluttershy when she became a model, making it hard for her to go anywhere, and now they could do it for Princess Twilight too. Probably won't be long until Twilight is having to wear costumes everywhere she goes like Fluttershy did. Just another challenge of being a princess, I guess. See you again next week, every pony.
Urban Streets here, every pony, to warn you about the dangers of Twilight time. It has been reported that Princess Twilight Sparkle is running for her dear life because every pony in Equestria wants Twilight time. No matter how many times the princess disguised herself, no matter how many cities, towns, and even nations she went to keep herself hid, every pony noticed and spotted her, just like that. And they began to give her great chase after one pony cried out those horrific words. It's Princess Twilight Sparkle! Get her! But it's not just every pony who wants Twilight time. Oh no, it's far more worse than that. Every Dean wants Twilight time as well. From rocks to boulders, from blades of grass to leaves, from lampposts to buildings, from bricks to skyscrapers, from Walmart to mountains to the sun itself and the moon. Everything wants Twilight time, including the whole stinking galaxy! The pursuit was last seen from Canterlot, while every Dean and every pony was chasing after her, including the rulers of Equestria. Oh my gosh! However, the pursuit ended when Twilight Sparkle mysteriously disappeared. We do not know where she is, and even, well, every pony, including the scientists, don't even know what happened to the beloved princess. But, to tell you the truth, the last known location was Baltimore. But that's all we know. We will keep you posted on what happened to Twilight. Oh, Twily, you know what time it is? It's Twilight time.
It's over, Mason. It's over. Nothing's over. Nothing. You just can't switch it off. I didn't need to let them join us. They asked me. I didn't ask them. I did everything to get some private time with Twilight, but they wouldn't let me have my time. And at home, at the train station, those maggots were pestering me. They heard me shouting, "Twilight time! Twilight time!" Why pass to me? All they had to do was ask her for advice. But that's not what they wanted. It was hard, but it's in the past. For you, my time means everything to me. We had a code of honor. Back then we had a code of honor. You gave me my time, I gave you yours. Here there's nothing!
You're the last of Twilight's human friends. Don't let it end like this.
Where is every pony? I have the CMC who are always there for me. They're all great little ponies. My friends. These other school ponies are just jerks. All they wanted to do was get Twilight's attention. Do you remember Apple Bloom? You know? She wore a red ribbon. Scootaloo, great kid. He was always great on scooters. And Sweetie Belle. She was learning magic, because she always talked about being like her big sister. Then this pair of bratty fillies came to us wanting to be Twilight. Twilight time! That's all they would say. They kept on, asking. Sweetie Belle said yes. I went out to get a couple of ciders. The two or what? She opened up Twilight to it. I come back. There were little ponies hanging out everywhere. They all shouted. They all stood there screaming. Twilight time! Twilight time! Ponies. Everywhere else. I tried to hold it together. But they just kept coming. They just kept coming out. And no pony would help. Ponies. Everywhere. And so, I tried to hold it together. But they just kept coming out. Mason! I want them to go home! I want them to go home! Mason! I want to dive into my books! But they wouldn't leave! How can we get them to leave? I can't get it out of my head! It was 2 days ago. I see it every day. Sometimes I wake up and I don't know where I am. I don't talk to anyone. Sometimes I'll be alone. Sometimes a week. I just can't get out of my head. I just can't get it out of my head.